Welcome to Pacific Tigers basketball. Today, the Tigers welcome the Portland Pilots to the Alex G. Spanos Center. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dennis Ackerman, and Pacific is looking to snap a 3-game losing skid as they host a very good Pilot squad. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the starting lineups. First for Portland, as announced by head coach Michael Meek, who's in his 4th season. Mikal Meek is a sophomore. She wears number 1. Emmy Shearer is a sophomore wearing number 5. She is from Auckland, New Zealand. Alex Fowler, one of the top players in the conference. She is a junior wearing number 12. Liana Kaitu'u is a redshirt junior. She wears number 23. And rounding out the starting lineup is Maisie Burnham, a sophomore, wearing number 24. Now as we get set to welcome the Pacific Tigers, let's turn it over to public address announcer Eddie Bradford.
And now it's time to meet your starting 5 for your Pacific Tigers. A 5'9" sophomore from Inglewood, California, number 3, Hanaya James. A 6'1" sophomore from Inglewood, California, number 14, Liz Elliott. A 5'9" junior from Dallas, Texas, number 24, Liz Smith. 5'9" senior from Perth, Australia, number 30, Sam Ashby. And a 5'11" junior from Burlingame, California, number 33, Madeline Innes. Your Director of Athletic Performance is Bennett Reed. Associate Director of Sports Medicine, Sarah Vargas.
The Tigers starting lineup. Liz Smith is the team's leading scorer, and Nia James leads the club in assists. And Liz Elliott is the team's leading rebounder. Tigers come in with a conference record of 2-6, 7-12 overall. They are 5-5 here at the Alex G. Spanos Center. They have lost 3 in a row and 8 of 10. Meanwhile, for Portland, they come in with an overall record of 13-6. They are 7-1 in the conference, good for second place in the WCC standings. They are even 500 away from home, 3 up and 3 down. Portland in their traveling black jerseys trimmed in purple and white. Pacific in their all white jerseys trimmed in orange and black. Brian Woods, Nicole Leon, Chaka Wade are our referees here this afternoon, and we are underway. Glad you could join us here in Stockton. This is Mikal Meek. She is the daughter of head coach Michael Meek, making her 2nd straight start, her 2nd career start overall. Getting the screen from Kaitu'u, the pass is deflected. James able to save it, great hustle. And Fowler with the steal, so each team turns it over on their initial possessions. Here's Shearer. Meek will launch a 3, back iron, long rebound. James pulls it down, hits the floor. Loose ball foul. Liana Kaitu'u, redshirt junior out of Salt Lake City. First personal, first team foul. Tigers fresh off a heartbreaking 3-point loss here on Thursday to Pacific. They actually had an opportunity to the final possession to win it. Maddie Ennis, first field goal of the game. Ennis making her 5th straight start. Left wide open is Shearer. Perhaps she was left too wide open. But it will remain Pilot basketball. Portland fresh off of road victory at St. Mary's. Knocked off the Gales 64-41. They have won 8 of 9. Their only blemish was a loss at home to Gonzaga by 7. Inside now to Fowler. Shearer another 3. Last touched by Portland, and it will be Pacific basketball. Portland will pick up full court man-to-man. This is the second game of a 4-game homestand for the Tigers. They'll be back in action next Thursday against San Diego, and then next Saturday they'll conclude against BYU. Smith was looking for Elliott inside. Iowa throws it away. Second turnover committed by Pacific. They average 17 turnovers a game. They also create 17. Pass deflected by James. Here's Fowler. Meek loses it, able to save it to Fowler. They'll swing across court to Burnham. Drives, spins, loses it, and another turnover for Portland. James will quickly push it into the front court now for Pacific. Here's Ashby. A very quiet game against Gonzaga, just 3 points. Snapped a streak of 5 consecutive double-figure games for the senior from Australia. And speaking of Australia, this Portland roster has 7 players from Australia. They also have 3 more from New Zealand, so it's about an 8,000-mile pipeline from Portland to Australia. Meek, the sophomore out of Beaverton, Oregon. Here is Fowler going to work, the team's leading scorer. She's fouled by Ennis. Her first personal. We played nearly 3 minutes. Portland still looking for their first points. Burnham throws up a wild shot. And here's Ashby into the front court. Ennis at the foul line, trying to get it inside to Elliott. Perhaps Ennis should have taken that jumper. She was wide open at the top of the foul line. Pilots running the break. Fowler gets the basket, and she'll go to the line, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Ennis, she picks up her second personal, so she is going to exit with 6:52 to go here in the first quarter. Cecilia Holmberg will come on for Pacific. She wears number 11. She's a junior out of Sweden. Alex Fowler averages just under 18 points a game. Back iron strong on the free throw, but Portland gets the offensive rebound. Burnham cut off. Left wide open for the 3, in and out, heartbreak. That was Keely Frawley who just checked in. She's a junior, also from Australia, Melbourne. Burnham will launch a 3 and she'll knock it down. Maisie Burnham, the sophomore. She shoots it very well from 3, 47%. She's just one of 2 players to start every game this year for Portland. They've had some injury woes. Haley Andrews, one of their top players, a senior out of Australia as well. She tore her ACL. She's out for the year. Cecilia Holmberg comes off the bench and makes an immediate impact. And the Tigers trail it by a point. 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Good ball movement, wide open is Shearer for the 3. Yes, Emmy Shearer. Second 3 of the quarter for Portland. Shearer shoots the 3 at 46%. Elliott working inside, off the glass, a little bit too strong. Burnham will launch a quick 3. It looked like she had Fowler underneath, but settled for the 3. Boy, that's a nice pass ahead to James, and laying it in is Ashby. That is a brilliant feed from Anaya James. And Ashby's in the scoring column, and the Tigers trail it by 2 with 5:15 to play here in the first quarter. Kiev wide open for a three, and she makes Pacific pay. Mikhail Meek. That's 3 3-pointers here in the first quarter for the Pilots. Meek averages just 4.5 points a game. Knocking down that three, she's almost at her average. There's a step back three. Liz Smith. Smith coming off a fantastic performance against Gonzaga where she had 21 points, including 5 3-pointers. Tigers now trail it by 2. I think Fowler might have got away with the travel. And Burnham knocks down her second three. And they extend the lead to 5. Holmberg. Ashby. And it's Meek. Quickly ahead to Burnham. Lobs it inside to Fowler. Won't go. She gets her own rebound. Tries to force it up and a very late whistle. Sam Ashby, it's her first personal. We've got a timeout on the floor. 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. The visitors from Portland leading Pacific by 5.
Chase Chevrolet has been winning California business
since 1944.
Get a little Stocktonian in you.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Jamie, and we're owners of Smitty's Wings and Things here in Stockton.
As a former pro football player, Steve Smith knows about winning.
Football and business is about teamwork.
When they needed a new Tahoe for their business, a winning drive from the team at Chase Chevrolet was just a few clicks away.
And then delivered our car the next day, so it was very easy. I would do it again.
There's no competition.
Chase Chevrolet.
Buy into it.
Welcome back to Stockton, where Portland leads it by a score of 14-9, and we've got a double dose of Tigers basketball taking place today. That'll end in a nightcap with the highly anticipated matchup between the men's basketball team versus the number 6 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. 7
Oral Health
and
Minutes.
Can't make it to the game? Catch the action on NBC Sports Bay Area, or streaming on the WCC network and on radio, Fox Sports 1280 with Zach Beyruti, Bob Thomason. Fowler hits a pair of free throws to extend the lead to 7. Katie Deaton, she has come on for head coach Bradley Davis. She wears number 1. Ashby drains it. Well, when she let it go, she appeared to be following the shot immediately like she thought she missed it, but nothing but the bottom of the net. 33% three-point shooter. Kelsey Lindsay, number 32, has come on now for Portland. As has number 22, MJ Bruno. Another offensive rebound. Turned over, and it's a 3-on-2. Deaton pulls up. Rosie Shearzer. Ashby drives, pulls up, gets the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 22, MJ Bruno. She's a sophomore out of Spokane. Sam Ashby will step to the line to shoot 2, a 90% free throw shooter. Drops home the first one. Ashby with already 6 points here in the quarter. She had just 3 against Gonzaga. Gets them both, so a very good start for her, as I mentioned earlier. Prior to the Gonzaga game, she had scored in double figures 5 straight games, averaging nearly 16 points a game over that span. Just a 2-point deficit, just inside 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. There's Frawley. Shearer. Good defense by Ashby. Shearer loses it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover, and the ball will go back over to the Tigers. Well defended by Sam Ashby. Once again, Portland will pick up full court. Burnham will return, and she'll replace Emmy Shearer. Shearer leads with 3 points. Katie Deaton. She's into the scoring column when we're all knotted up. 2:24 to play here in the first quarter. So head coach Bradley Davis getting some good production off that bench. It's already 4 bench points here in the first quarter. Trying to force it inside it. It's another turnover. Here come the Tigers on the break. Ashby switches over to the left. Can't get it to go, but there is Rosie Schweitzer on the follow-up. Schweitzer coming off a good game against Gonzaga. She had 6 points in just 10 minutes. Timeout on the floor. The Tigers now lead it by 2. We'll step aside. 2:07 to play here.
Oral Health Minute, sponsored by the University of the Pacific Dugoni School of Dentistry.
One of the casualties of this pandemic could be your oral health. Many people put off visiting their dentist, and we know that good oral health is linked to your overall health. Research has shown that poor oral health can lead to chronic illnesses such as stroke, diabetes, and heart disease. We here at the University of Pacific Dugoni School want to encourage all of you to get back on track and go visit your dentist. Our school's purpose is to help people lead healthy lives.
Long 30-second timeout. It'll be Portland basketball. Pilots have already turned it over 5 times here in this first quarter. Shooting just under 39% for the game. Meanwhile, Pacific red hot from the field, 64%, including 67% from beyond the arc. 3 ball off the front iron from MJ Bruno. Elliott looking for some help. Finds Ashby, who's had the hot hand here in the first quarter. That was Sydney Ward, who's just come on for the Tigers. Ashby loses it, and I'm going to say last touch by Portland, so it'll remain Pacific basketball. 7 on the shot clock, 1:28 left in this first quarter. So Fowler will return along with Meek for Portland. Shot clock inside of 5. Ashby's going to be whistled for a travel. Be no basket. For the Tigers, that is their 4th turnover. Here's Burnham beyond the 3-point line. Meek into the lane, all the way, lays it up left-handed. Pretty move from the sophomore. She now has 5 points, and we're all knotted up at 18. Bruno applying the full court pressure against Smith. To the high post now to Elliott. She'll kick it back out. Smith thought about a 3, now gets it inside. Ashby, pull-up jumper. Won't go. Strong rebound, put back up, however, like it might have hit the bottom of the backcourt. That was Ward on the follow. Fowler inside. Tied up. Oh, they're going to call a travel before she was tied up. The Tiger defense done a very nice job against Fowler so far. Alex Fowler. Here is Deaton. Trying to get it to Elliott. That pass was poked away. Shot clock is off. 21 and a half seconds left here in this first quarter. Very entertaining first quarter. Tigers and the Pilots all knotted up at 18. Head coach Bradley Davis barks out last shot, last shot. Will it be Smith? Now 10 on the shot clock. Here's Ashby with 7, back to Smith. Aaron pass, and here's a steal. Burnham, and gets it to go right before the horn sounds. Maisie Burnham lays it in for her 8th point. And after 10 minutes, it is the visitors from Portland with a 2-point lead over Pacific. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. We'll get a couple of promo reads in, and Tiger fans, come join PAF to make a direct and lasting impact on the future of our student athletes at Pacific and beyond. support our teams and elevate the competitiveness of Pacific Athletics through the Impact Fund and receive exclusive PAF benefits and access to PAF events. For more information, join PAF.org. Make sure to follow your Tigers on social media at Pacific Tigers through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter accounts to get the inside scoop on what's new in Tiger athletics. Take a look at some numbers from that first quarter. Portland leading at 20-18. They shot just under 44% from the field, 40% from downtown. They were 4 for 10 from three-point land. They were 2 out of 3 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, Pacific, they shot it very well. 7 for 14 from the field, 67% from three-point land, knocking down 2 of 3, and they hit their only 2 free throw attempts. Portland out-rebounded Pacific 9-8. They did some damage on the offensive glass with 5 offensive rebounds. That was one thing that the Tigers struggled with last game against Gonzaga. If you look over the turnovers, Portland turned it over 6 times in that first quarter, and the Tigers 5. Get ready to start quarter number 2. It'll be James, along with Ward, Deaton, Ashby, and Elliott. Ashby led the way with 7 points for Pacific, and it was Maisie Burnham with 8 for Portland. Dayton working against Burnham, able to track it down. Here's James. Sophomore drives. Gonna go off the glass. Riley Davis looking for a whistle. Quickly up ahead to Fowler. It's gonna be a jump ball. Nice job by Liz Elliott getting back on defense. Seemed like kind of a quick jump ball call. Almost looked like it was out on both players, so I guess that would result in a jump ball. And the result with the arrow would go over to Portland. Elliott can't get the jumper to go. Loose ball foul. And it's going to be against Emmy Shearer, the sophomore for Portland. That's her first personal. Portland's 7 wins in conference play. This is the fastest Pilot team has had 7 conference wins since the 96-97 season. They trailed Gonzaga by a game in the standings. Zags have right now actually 2-game advantage since they won the first head-to-head matchup with Portland. Elliott working inside, won't go. Looks like she might have been fouled. Offensive putback over by Katie Deaton. Deaton now with 4. She averages just under 6 a game. Tigers doing some work on the offensive glass. Deaton's been well-traveled. Freshman year played at Northern Colorado. From there went to North Dakota State, but she has found a home here in Stockton playing for Pacific. Emmy Shearer knocks down the corner 3. It's her second 3 of the game. She now has 6. Portland up 3. Deaton will easily break the full court press. Drives. Trying to dish it off to Elliott. That's great hustle there from Burnham. Saves it from going out of bounds. And now the Pilots on the attack. However, Meek, sophomore, will settle. Fowler fouled inside, and she'll go to the line. Anaya James, her first personal. Rosie Schweitzer will check back in. She'll replace Elliott. Keely Frawley will also come back in for head coach Michael Meek. Fowler, a very good free throw shooter, 80%. 4 points in that first quarter. They've been all West Coast Conference first or second team 3 straight years. She now has 6 after knocking down both free throws. The lead is 5. Liz Smith will get checked back in at the next opportunity. In and out heartbreak for Sydney Ward. Shearer rushes it into the front court. Here is Meek. Fowler working against Schweitzer. Picks up her dribble. Kicks it out for a corner three. Burnham. Well, she is red hot from beyond the arc. It was her third three here in the first half. She's the first player in double figures, and they've now extended their lead to 8. Ashby. Schweitzer. She might have dragged the pivot foot, perhaps. She was called for the travel. So Ashby will exit for the first time. She'll be replaced by Liz Smith. Cecilia Holmberg is going to come back in. She's going to replace Sydney Ward. So both coaches continue to substitute freely here in this first half. Shearer, guarded closely there by Smith. Shot clock inside 10. Lindsay goes right to Fowler, in and out on the three. Shearer with the offensive rebound. She'll throw it out to Lindsay, and Portland will reset. Lindsay, the junior out of Seattle, Washington. She's been a part-time starter this year, appearing in her 19th game of the season. She has started 7 of them. Fowler with another offensive rebound. And Burnham makes the Tigers pay. Their largest lead, it is double digits now. Schweitzer at the high post. Deaton loses it, and it's a turnover. Lindsay. Shearer. That is a strong rebound from Katie Deaton. And she is fouled by Keely Frawley. First personal on Frawley, first team foul. Ashby will quickly check back in. She got a quick breather. Liz Elliott will also come back in for head coach Bradley Davis. Emily Sewell, number 21, will come on for the first time for Portland. She is a sophomore out of Melbourne, Australia. Holmberg working inside. Lindsay. Keely Frawley knocks down another three-pointer, and right now, the Pilots are just raining threes. That is their 6th three-pointer of the half. They lead it by 13. And they have outscored Pacific here in this second quarter, 13-4. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. And Tiger fans, you can ring in the new year with Pacific Athletics Store. New monthly offer with 20% off all performance wear through January the 31st. Visit PacificTigers.com. Get your order in today. Yeah, little girl needs some Pacific Tigers wear. She's enjoying some popcorn. We got her teddy bear here at the game. You can also download the Pacific Tigers app to be able to follow all your Pacific Athletics on the go. The Pacific Athletics app is free through the App Store and is available on all iPhone and Android devices. Come on. Oh, couldn't get it in there. Little fashion game of cornhole going on at midcourt. When the three-point shot right now is really hurting the Tigers. Portland is 7 for 17 beyond the arc, 41%. Tigers have been effective. They're 2 for 3, however. So Portland is plus 14 in three-point attempts. Tigers have now turned it over 8 times here in this first half. And while Portland's doing a better job taking care of the basketball here in the second quarter, they just have 6 turnovers for the half. Portland's out-rebounded Pacific 15-11. As we get ready to start following the timeout. And a turnover and a careless pass. And Frawley lays it in. 5 quick points for her. And the lead has ballooned to 15. Sydney Ward will come back in. She'll replace Cecilia Holmberg. James goes behind the back into the front court. Guarded by Kelsey Lindsay. James goes baseline. Can't get the pull-up jumper. There's a loose ball foul on Sydney Ward. I thought that ball was last touched by a Portland player, but Sydney Ward whistled for the loose ball foul. Second team foul on the Tigers here in the second quarter. Well, it looked like a good block from behind by Sydney Ward, but she is whistled for her second personal. Maisie Burnham will go to the line to shoot 2. Cecilia Holmberg will check back in for Ward, who picked up 2 quick fouls. Burnham, a 79% free throw shooter. Started her career at Eastern Washington. She was the 6th woman up off the bench last year, a year ago for Michael Meek. 1 of 2. Portland now 5 for 6 from the line as a team. They lead by 16. Tigers got to get something going offensively here in this quarter. We played over halfway through. They have just 4 points. Bruno perhaps guarding Liz Smith a little too aggressively, picks up her second personal. Emmy Shearer will come back in. Holmberg, good look, couldn't knock it down. Up ahead, lays it in, Emmy Shearer. Portland right now in transition. Killing the Tigers. Liz Smith, she goes coast to coast. Her first 2 points here in the second quarter. She has 5 overall. Tigers got some work to do. Right now, they trail it by 16. All you're looking for is just to get the lead down to single digits. Shearer kicked out for the 3 for Frawley. Second 3 of the quarter. She now has 8. All coming here in the second quarter. The lead is 19. Elliott, good move up and under. Couldn't finish. James, step back 3 from the corner. Can't get the shooter's bounce. Tied up, possession arrow to Pacific. James will trigger it in. Ashby. Boy, they'll leave Ashby wide open. Here is Meek in transition. Burnham. Meek picks up her dribble. Tu'u, spinning move. Smith the other way now for the Tigers. Up head to Elliott. Able to track it down, working against Fowler, and that was an easy call. Elliott with the elbow, knocked over Alex Fowler. First personal on Elliott. Tigers now with 14 fouls. Portland with 3, just inside 3 minutes to play here in this first half. It was just a 4-point game at the end of the first quarter. Portland outscored Pacific here in the second quarter, 21-6. Burnham had good position inside, and she was held. And Nia James, she now has 2 personals. So James Ennis, Ward all with 2 personals for the Tigers. Katie Deaton will come back in. She'll replace Nia James. 15 foul on Pacific. So Maisie Burnham just at the line moments ago, split a pair. Back iron. Burnham averages just over 10 points a game on the season. Sophomore from Spangle, Washington. 1 of 2. And the lead is 20. Ashby left open, 3. Right now the Tigers struggling for points here in this second quarter. Inside to Fowler, kicks it out for a corner 3 for Shearer. Portland can't miss and Pacific can't buy one. 8 in the quarter for Shearer. She has 11 in the half. Well, Elliott had a good look at it. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Skip pass, Shearer. Good close out there by Smith. Meek, hesitation. Burnham, shot clock down to 5. Fowler thought about a 3, now she'll let it go. And the rebound comes into the hands of Katie Deaton. Quickly ahead to Smith. She'll pull up for a 3. Tigers have just 6 points here in the quarter. Now it's going to be a travel. We'll go back over to the Tigers with 1:21 to play. Rosie Schweitzer will come back in. She'll replace Elliott. Malika Samia, number 4, freshman out of New Zealand, will come on for the first time for Portland. There's Ashby, who had the hot hand in the first quarter. And another turnover. Poked away from behind. It goes right to Fowler. 60 seconds to play here in the first quarter. First half, beg your pardon. Samia. Yeah, right now they just cannot miss. Samia comes into the game and pays instant dividends, knocking down the shot. Dayton, 1-on-1. It'll remain Tiger basketball. 36.8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 20 on the shot clock. Kaitu'u will return. She'll replace Fowler, who will leave with 6 points. Smith will trigger it in. Ashby, airball. Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets it to go. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Burnham picks up her first personal. A much-needed basket right there for the Tigers. Stop the bleeding. Schweitzer, this is just her 4th free throw attempt for the season. She's 2 for 3 from the foul line. Make her 3 for 4. 3-point play. Got a 2.5-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Here's Frawley. Samia. Shot clock down to 10. Samia drives. Has it taken away. Holmberg. Schweitzer inside, has it poked away, but a foul. Kaitu'u. It's her second personal. 3.6 seconds left in the half. Rosie Schweitzer is going to go back to the foul line. Emily Sewell will come back in for the final 3.6 seconds for Portland. Schweitzer will shoot 2. Schweitzer, who had attempted just 3 free throws coming into this game, has attempted 3 here in this first half, and she's made all 3. So they got it down to 21. And Sewell's just going to hold it. And we are at halftime here in Stockton. Portland leading the Tigers by 21. Don't go too far, folks. We're going to have an interview coming up with Tim Miguel. He is Director of Communications with the West Coast Conference. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Samantha and I'm a graduate student at the University of the Pacific. Today, I want to give you a campus tour of UOP. Let's go. First, we have DeRosa University Center. The UC is a great place to grab a bite to eat, study, or hang out with friends. You can also buy all of your UOP gear at the bookstore right next to the UC. There's a big lawn in front of the UC, perfect for tanning, playing frisbee, or bringing your dog out for a walk. The Bond Student Fitness Center has everything you need to work out, including a rock tower, student personal trainers, and a Tiger X Group fitness program. Now let's check out our athletic facilities. This is the Alex G. Spanos Center, where we host our basketball games. I would show you inside, but the doors are locked, so let's move on to the rest of our athletic facilities. Overall, the University of the Pacific is a gorgeous campus. There are many places to walk around, take pictures, or relax with friends. If you ever get the chance, grab a breakfast burrito from this food truck. I promise it's worth it. And let's not forget Trail Coffee. They have delicious, affordable coffee, and you have to try their coffee milkshake. Oh, and they're dog friendly. I hope you enjoyed my tour of the University of the Pacific. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spanos Center, where Portland leading Pacific by a score of 48-27. Dennis Ackerman. I'm pleased to be joined by Tim Miguel, who is the Director of Communications at the West Coast Conference. He joined the WCC in January of 2022, just after 15 years of communications at Cal Berkeley, so welcome. The WCC basketball tournament is one of the most exciting events. It's going to be held at the Orleans Arena in Vegas. What is it about this tournament that makes it worth going for the fans?
Yeah, well, I think one of the big things is we're first. We are before the other conferences, so college hoops fans who really want to get that first taste of postseason basketball can come out and watch our tournament, because we are before the other conference tournaments, which is pretty cool. And I think the other thing, too, is our men's and women's tournaments happen at the same time. So you have the opportunity to watch all 20 of our teams at once. You know, a lot of other conferences, the men's tournament's here, the women's tournament is in a completely different part of the country. But for us, we have both same place, same time, which is pretty cool.
Tim, what's the best way for fans to follow the West Coast Conference as we get closer to tournament time and March Madness, as we like to call it?
Yeah, so you can obviously follow us on Twitter on WCC Hoops, but in terms of teams and games, fans ought to follow, particularly on the women's side. Gonzaga right now, I think, is they're in first place right now, and that's the team right now at the top of the heap with the target on its back. They were able to get past this Portland team that's playing very well in this first half, just draining threes. But we also have a lot of players too that are capable of leading their teams to potentially knock off Gonzaga if they're playing well. Right now, Lauren Gustin at BYU is the best rebounder in the nation right now, and she's good enough to carry that team where if Gonzaga's having an off night, she could propel them to win. Ioana Kremili at USF is also, I think she's top 20 in the nation in points. So there's a lot of good players that are capable of beating Gonzaga, even though they're clearly number one right now.
Tigers trailing by 21. This is your first visit to the Alex G. Spano Center. Your overall thoughts?
It's a cool place. I like it. One of the things that I'm noticing as I'm traveling around at these different venues is they all kind of have a different look to them. They're all kind of one of a kind, which I like. I mean, it's not as much fun when you go to ball game and every place looks the same.
Right.
I like when it has its own individual feel to it, which is pretty cool. So I like it here. I'm looking forward to the men's game tonight too.
There you go, fans. Get on out here and check out the Alex G. Spano Center, men or women. Tim, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Second half action coming up your way shortly.
Both hands up, wave it around. Simon says wave, Simon says stop, hands down, hands down. Oh no, there goes Anthem Girl. Thank you very, very much. There they go. Simon says hands down, nicely done. Everyone move down, please, move down. Simon says move down, Simon says move down. Simon says stop, hands up. Ooh, you're out. Everyone saw it, don't cheat. Simon says hands up, Simon says hands down. Nice, let's go faster. Simon says up, Simon says down. Simon says up, Simon says down. Summit is up, summit is down, summit is nose, summit is belly, summit is nose, summit is belly, summit is ear, summit is nose, summit is ear, summit is nose, summit is belly, summit is hands up, wave it around, you're out. Summit is wave it around, summit says stop, hands down, you're out. Wait. You're in the finals! Simon says, what is your name? Frankie? Matthew and Frank, yes, Matthew? Simon says, come here. There's only one way to settle this. Simon says, dance off! Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. That was more than I expected from Matthew. We almost had to shut the place down. Matthew, nice. Frankie, nicely done. And the truth of the matter is, good sportsmanship, excellent. I'm in a very good mood, because I'm here at Pacific with the best fans in the nation.
We offer concentrations in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, engineering management, electrical and computer engineering, and computer science. Normally, we have engineering students and computer science students who will apply for the Master of Science and Engineering Science program. However, we offer pathways for people who have no background in engineering and are looking to find their identity within engineering. A lot of our students who are in the master's program will be attending school and also working where they had prior work experience, and so they're able to balance their job as well as the curriculum. Because we offer engineering concentrations in so many fields and in computer science, we have students who go work in city governments or in public agencies, who work in private companies in Silicon Valley, or really, choose their own adventure.
I was just wonderfully surprised to see the amazing female faculty here at Pacific, and specifically in computer science. And it really encouraged me to continue my passion.
Pacific is a university of purpose. We have this environment that helps foster this growth. We truly believe that gaining expert knowledge is a foundation and a core value for anyone who wants to pursue a field in engineering, computer science, or even beyond that.
I would say you would find a community, a family, and a transformative experience. You meet so many students, you learn about their background and their diversity, and you also learn about your passion within the classroom and even outside of the classroom.
In terms of flexibility, the curriculum that you want is designed by you and a faculty member. You're going to be working with the faculty, whether it's in the classroom or planning your whole curriculum, really receiving a student-centered experience.
You can come in as a student and go, I want to do game development. I want to jump in virtual reality, and that's just so wonderful to me. And I love, not only the diversity of the opportunities at Pacific, but also my fellow students. If it's at Pacific, I can do it.
Welcome to the College of the Pacific, where the arts and sciences intersect. I'm Professor Sharmila King, Chair of the Economics Department and the Faye and Alex Spanos Award for Distinguished Teaching. Let me show you around. COP is the liberal arts core of the university, offering courses in the humanities, the fine and performing arts, the social sciences, and the natural sciences. The college champions experiential learning through undergraduate research. You'll have many opportunities for hands-on learning through creative.
Welcome to the School of Engineering and Computer Science, where our students get a head start on their careers. I'm Camilla Savas, Chair of the Civil Engineering Department. Let me tell you what makes our school unique. There's never a dull moment in the classroom. With over 30 labs on campus equipped with industry-level hardware and software, our students can apply what they learn to real-life projects. We are one of the only schools on the West Coast to have cooperative education built into the curriculum. This experiential learning opportunity provides hands-on work experience to students while also giving them a paycheck. Our students have completed co-ops with NVIDIA, Lawrence Livermore National Labs, and Tykert Construction, to name a few. Each spring,
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spanos Center. Third quarter about to get underway. Tigers dug themselves a deep hole, trailing by 21. Taking a look at some first half numbers for Portland. They were led by Burnham's 15 points. Amy Shearer chipped in with 11. Those were the only two players in double figures for Portland. Alex Fowler had 6. Keely Frawley had 8 off the bench for Portland. Meek had 5. Samia 3 also off the bench for the Pilots, who get the ball to begin this third quarter. They outscored Pacific in that second quarter, a 28-9 blitz to open this one wide open. Pacific was led by Smith and Schweitzer with 7 points apiece. Portland finally misses from beyond the arc. They were 10 for 21 from three-point land in that first half. They averaged 7 makes a game. Already bested that. Nice pass inside. Ennis lays it up and in. That was a nice feed from Sam Ashby. Ashby, good recognition. Down the hole in the defense. K2 picks up her third personal, so she will exit. Ennis, an 80% free throw shooter. Completes the three-point play. So a good start to this third quarter for the Tigers. Pacific really cooled off in that second quarter. They finished the first half just 10 for 32, 31%, 2 for 7 from behind the arc. They did shoot it well from the foul line, a perfect 5 for 5. Tigers turned it over 11 times in that first half. Portland 9. Fowler, who had a quiet first half. Reverse layup for her first 2 here in the second half. She now has 8. James, who was scoreless in that first half, they got to get her untracked. And now it's Liz Smith who's going to go to the line and try to complete the three-point play. Nice pass from James. That is the first personal on Fowler. Smith will step to the line. Outstanding free throw shooter, 85%. Junior out of Dallas, Texas, via way of IMG Academy out of Florida. He's got to get going here offensively in the second half, coming off a 21-point performance against Gonzaga. That is just her 8th point. They've got it down to 17 as they'll pick up full court here. There's Meek. Fowler now. Shot clock inside of 10. Meek gets the screen from Fowler. Down to 5. Fowler drives, kicks back out. Burnham. And she just beats the shot clock to bank it home. Maisie Burnham now with 17. Her season high is 22. That came against Hawaii. Career high is 24. She scored that a year ago. James, nice move, step back, 3 won't go. Fowler left wide open, lays it in. That's just a complete breakdown by the Pacific defense. Fowler now with double figures. Fowler is top 2 in points for Division I. When Portland has played in Division I, one of their top rebounders of all time. Addie Ennis, 4 in the quarter, 6 in the game. Fowler's making her 109th career start. She's been a starter since day 1 for the Pilots. She also has the most field goals in school history. Shearer banks it home. Well, you know you got it going for you when you bank home a 3. That's her 4th of the game. She now has 14, and the lead is back to 22. And a very late whistle. Burnham's got 2, so Kaitu'u with 3, Burnham with 2, Bruno has 2. For Pacific, James has 2, Ennis with 2, and Ward with 2. Lindsay will come back in. She will replace Meek. Elliott still looking for her first points here this afternoon. Line drives home the first free throw. Not a particularly good free throw shooter, 49%. Last year she was better at 59%, but she gets them both. Pacific now perfect 9 for 9 as a team from the foul line. Rosie Schweitzer will check back in. Schweitzer's from Australia. I was talking to her before the game. I said, do you know any of these players from Portland? They have 7 players from Australia. She said, yes, I played against many of them, like Lucy Corcoran, who we haven't seen, Frawley, and Fowler. Fowler kicks it out to Frawley. Good ball movement. Fowler inside an offensive rebound. Pretty move. And the finish. She's starting to heat up. 6 in the quarter. 12 for the game. Lead remains at 22, 4 minutes gone by. Ennis. Well, that's a strong move and finish. Maddie Ennis. She has 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Her season high is 10. That came against Academy of the Arts. Averages just 4 in the season. Scherer working against Smith. Well defended by Smith. Tigers can't secure the defensive rebound. And the result, Portland's going to shoot 2 free throws. Emmy Shearer, a sophomore out of Auckland, New Zealand, 69% free throw shooter, can't get the first one. It's 1 of 2. She now has 15. She really struggled the previous 2 games, just 12 points in the last 2 games. And then prior to that she had a combined 58, I beg your pardon, the previous 3 games. She's found the hot hand once again. Emily Sewell will come back in. Sewell played a couple of minutes there in that first half. Iman Richardson, number 5, has come on for the first time. Ennis gets her own offensive rebound. Third personal on MJ Bruno. Nice pass inside. Oh, Ennis can't finish. Well, that was a beautifully constructed out-of-bounds play by head coach Bradley Davis. Ennis just couldn't finish after the nice feed from Smith. Bruno with the shot clock at 10. Frawley inside to Burnham. Boy, she's in there forever. That should have been a 3-second violation. Pilots might have got away with one there. Here is Richardson, who just came into the game. She's out of Sacramento. She takes it all the way to the hole. She gets fouled. Looks like they're going to get that on Sewell. They've got immediate timeout. 4:37 to play here in the third quarter. You're watching Tigers basketball on the West Coast Conference Network.
At this moment, in Stockton, Sacramento, and San Francisco, a University of the Pacific student has made a decision to learn, live, and lead with purpose in mind. Here, it's all about moments that change lives, families, communities, economies, the world. At University of the Pacific, these moments give life purpose. They give us purpose, too. After all, we share one future. Join us, University of the Pacific.
Give it up one more time for your Tiger Dancer.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spanos Center. Tigers trailing this one by 21. Iman Richardson will step to the line to shoot 2. 84% free throw shooter. Played 4 scoreless minutes the other night against Gonzaga. She'll have 1 remaining. It's the first missed free throw of the game for the Tigers. 1 of 2. Laid down to 20. Full court press now for Pacific. And it nearly resulted in a steal. Good hustle by Diamond Richardson to knock it away. Tigers will stay in the full court press. They can get it down to perhaps 10 going into that fourth quarter. That means they have to shave off 10 points, but they have 4.5 minutes to do it here. Frawley into the front court. 20 on the shot clock. Lindsay. Burnham has it knocked away by Ennis. Maddie Ennis having a very active third quarter, both offensively and defensively for Pacific. Portland will return home on Thursday. They will host Pepperdine. And then next Saturday, they'll host LMU to conclude their very brief two-game homestand. Shot clock down to 5 for Meek. It's at 3. It's at 2. It's at 1. They're not going to get a shot off. Good defensive stance that time by the Tigers. Pacific will continue this 4-game homestand next Thursday, hosting San Diego, and then they'll finish it up next Saturday against BYU. That's a 2 o'clock start. The game against San Diego, 6 p.m. start. Ennis. Wide open is Smith. Can't get the 3 to go. I think they're going to get a loose ball foul. Is it going to stay here? Diamond Richardson. Ashby will check back in along with Anaya James. Richardson will leave along with Liz Smith. They've got to get Anaya James going. She is scoreless. She averages just under 13 on the season. Bruno ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. MJ Bruno with her first 2 points. They've done a good job of keeping the lead somewhere between 22 and 28. Boy, Deaton had a nice move, just couldn't finish. Meek will set up now the pilot offense. Started there by James. Fowler inside working against Schweitzer. Spot up jumper. Air ball. Ashby. James. They call Ennis for an offensive foul inside. That's Maddie's third personal. Tigers will remain in a full court press. Frawley. Frawley now. Meek. Shot clock at 10. Fowler. Bruno with that 5. Here's Meek at 3. Fowler just throws it up and somehow it goes in. And it's just been that kind of afternoon for the Tigers, and a foul on top of it. Sam Ashby whistle for a second personal. Head coach Bradley Davis, arms up in the air like, are you kidding me? How was that a foul? How'd the basket even go? I don't even know if Fowler ever had complete control of it. She's got 8 in the quarter, 14 overall. She's nearly at her average of 17.7. Junior out of Townsville, Australia, making her 109th career start. Completes the 3-point play. And the lead is 25. James. Deaton. Dayton's had a good game off the bench for head coach Bradley Davis. She now has 6. 120 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Tigers deficit is 23. Bruno inside to Fowler, trying to go baseline, cut off. Nearly threw it away. Nice save by Meek. That's a travel. Turnover. Back over to the Tigers. Pacific women's basketball team is set to return home next Thursday, January the 26th, 6 p.m. to take on the San Diego Toreros. And Portland picks up full court man. James easily breaks that. So it was off of James, last touch by her. Burnham returns. Bruno exits with 2 points. Burnham had the hot hand in that first half, leading all scorers with 15. She had a quiet third quarter, just 2 points in the quarter. Going to go backdoor, well defensed by James. Quickly pushes into the front court. Picks up her dribble. Deaton will launch a three, yes! Katie Deaton's first three of the game. 5 points in the quarter, 9 overall. 60 seconds left in the third. Frawley. Here's Meek with the shot clock now with 15. Inside of 10. Meek will launch a three. Back iron. Last touch by Sydney Ward, so it'll be Portland basketball. Reset the shot clock to 20, 39.2 seconds left in the quarter. Meek will trigger it in for Portland. Fowler will track it down. Working against Schweitzer. Kicks it out for a three from Frawley, in and out. Shearer with the offensive rebound. Whistle stops play. Katie Deaton, first personal. And that will send Portland to the foul line, and it'll be Shearer. Emmy Shearer. 15 points here this afternoon. She averages just under 10 on the season. Sinks the first one. Once again, splits a pair. She's now 2 for 4 from the line. The shot clock is off. We've got 22 seconds left in this third quarter. James trapped underneath. Off the glass. Rosie Schweitzer. She now has 9. Well, they've got it inside 20. Now it's going to hold for the final shot. Game clock down to 5. Shearer, game clock at 2. James with the rejection. The horn sounds. And that is in the third quarter. Portland still with a comfortable 19-point lead. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Just some more promos in. We want to hear about how you rep Pacific. Visit PacificTigers.com to participate in our survey and unlock a buy one, get one ticket offer to the men's basketball game against San Francisco, February the 16th. That's an 8 p.m. tip. Participants will also be entered for a chance to win 4 courtside seat tickets for the San Francisco game. Make sure to visit our website today. Survey will conclude January the 24th. And also now is your time for enrollment in OLLI. An active mind never stops learning. The mission is to build and maintain a wide range of high-quality educational programs and experiences designed for adults 50 years of age or older. Fostering intellectual exploration and a sense of community. Search OLLI on pacific.edu to find the list of spring courses. Tigers outscored Pacific in that third quarter 20-18, but they still find themselves trailing by 19 as we head into the final 10 minutes. Maisie Burnham continues to lead the way for Portland. She has 17. Emmy Shearer has 16 and Alex Fowler, who had 9 in that third quarter, now has 15. They have 3 players in double figures. Meanwhile, for Pacific, they don't have anybody in double figures. Leading the way is Roshi Schweitzer, along with Madeline Ennis. They have 9 apiece. Liz Smith has 8 at 7 for Sam Ashby. All those, however, came in the first quarter, so she's been silent since then. For the game, Tigers shooting just under 38%, and Portland just under 49%. Pilots still +7 on the boards. Tigers have turned it over 13 times, and Portland 12. Fourth quarter's underway. James, Ward, Smith, Schweitzer, Deaton. Deaton off balance, off glass, good. Katie Deaton, 7.5. He's now the first Tiger in double figures here this afternoon. They've got it down to 17 with a nice move in the finish. Back to live action now. Kaitu'u. Well, they just continue to fire and knock down the 3-pointers. That's Burnham. She leads all scorers with 20. The lead is back to 20. Knocked away. Schweitzer to the floor. Great hustle. Keeps the possession alive. Smith goes baseline. Tries to draw the contact. Gets her own rebound. Can't finish. Stays with it. A lot of contact underneath. And that is great hustle from Liz Smith. Despite the fact the Tigers down 20. Continues to show plenty of fight. Kaitu'u, her 4th personal. Frawley will come back in. Fowler, Lindsay, Bruno, Burnham, and Frawley. That is the 5 for Portland. Liz Smith now in double figures for the Tigers. She drops home the first free throw. She gets a pair. She's now 4 for 4 from the line. As a team, Pacific 12 for 13. They have shot it very well from the foul line. Good defense from Deaton. They're going to count the basket. Well, I thought there was a whistle before the shot attempt. Oh, they are going to count it. So Sydney Ward picks up her 3rd. And Bradley Davis having some choice words for the referees right now. Bradley's in his 8th season. Now the previous play is going to be under further review, and I think that's the right thing. I thought the whistle actually took place before the shot attempt. So the officials will get together, they'll look it over. And while they do that, we're going to get you another promo read in here and sign up for Pacific Athletics e-newsletter on the website at pacifictigers.com to stay up to date with the upcoming slate of games and promotions. And the Junior Tiger Dance Clinic is back, hosted by Pacific's very own Tiger Dancers, and will be held on Saturday, February the 11th between 12 and 3 p.m. with the opportunity to perform at halftime of the Pacific women's basketball game at 4 p.m. Visit pacifictigers.com or follow the Tiger Dancers on Instagram at Pacific Tigers and click on the link in their bio to sign up and reserve your spot for the opportunity to be a Tiger Dancer for a day. Well, stoppage in play, 8:31 to play here in the 4th quarter. Tigers trailing it. Take a look at the replay. Burnham knocked down the 3. It's hard to tell from that replay if the whistle actually happened before the shot attempt. So Maisie Burnham What a game here she's having today. She now has 23 points to lead all scorers. She has knocked down 5 3-pointers. As a team, Portland is 13 for 29 from behind the line. That's just under 45%. Overall, they're shooting 51% from the field. There's Power Cat. It's his birthday today. How about that? Happy birthday to Power Cat. His birthday's actually tomorrow, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate it today. So, Power Cat, happy birthday to you. Tigers for the game shooting at 37.5%. They're 18 of 48 from the field, just 30% from behind the line, 3 for 10. There's just one free throw here this afternoon. They are 12 for 13 from the line. Following the timeout, I believe Portland will be shooting one free throw to try to complete the 4-point play. Well, if you're just joining us, Portland led by 2 after the first 10 minutes, and then they went on a 28-9 run in the second quarter. And they led by 23 at halftime. 21 going into this fourth quarter, and they have maintained that lead for the first 90 seconds here in this fourth quarter. I think we're going to perhaps get an explanation now from the officials. Now they're going to say no basket? So head coach Bradley Davis is congratulated. The basket is waved off. So it is 69 to 51, still an 18-point deficit. We'll put 30 on the shot clock. So Meek's going to come back along with Shearer for head coach Michael Meek. Off the inbounds pass. The lead is back to 20. Quick three, barely grazed the front iron. Katie Deaton cleans things up. 4 in the quarter, 13 in the game. Another defensive breakdown. A wide open 3. That was Meek. Her first basket since the first quarter. She now has 8. Meek into the front court. Deaton slow to get up. 15 on the shot clock. Frawley inside at 10. No movement this time offensively. That's going to be an offensive foul. As Smith takes the charge. Second personal on Kaylee Frawley. Ennis will return along with Liz Elliott, Sam Ashby, and Nia James. Liz Smith, the 5 on the floor right now for the Tigers. James still looking for a first point. It's a nice pass inside to Elliott. Might have got away with the travel. Shearer quickly up ahead. Cross-court pass to Meek. That's going to be another offensive foul. Smith taking back-to-back charges here. Alex Fowler, her second personal. Portland leading by 21, still picking up full court. Ennis gets it in. Smith. Ashby. Off to the quick start, but has been quiet since. James for three. Well, she still cannot get one to go. Ennis. Ennis at the foul line. Yes. Maddie Ennis, a new season high. She's got 11. 9 coming here in the second half. No backcourt. Smith got a piece of it. Tries to poke it away from behind. Burnham. A lot of contact. Alex Fowler in disbelief as she's going to be whistled for her third personal. 4th team foul. So look, with 6:05 to go, if you're Pacific, you want to attack the basket. You pick up that 5th team foul, and you're shooting free throws from here on out, and there's still over 6 minutes to play. And the best thing the Tigers can do is go to the foul line and knock their foul shots off without any time coming off the clock. Ashby inside to a cutting James. Tied up. Possession arrow will go over to Portland. And Nia James has had some good looks here this afternoon. But she remains scoreless. As Elliott just 1 point. Samia, who had a cup of coffee in that first half. Knocked down a three-pointer on her lone shot attempt. Fowler lays it up and in. 11 and a half, 17 overall for her, right at her season average. Ashby, rejected by Fowler. Elliott with the hustle and the putback. Her first field goal. And 5 minutes to play at the Alex G. Spanos Center. Sam Ashby, third personal. Ashby, Ennis, and Ward, all with 3 fouls now for Pacific. Timeout on the floor, 4:59 to play here in Stockton, and it is all Portland. We'll step aside for a quick break.
Welcome to the College of the Pacific, where the arts and sciences intersect. I'm Professor Shamila King, Chair of the Economics Department and the Faye and Alex Spanos Award for Distinguished Teaching. Let me show you around. COP is the liberal arts core of the university, offering courses in the humanities, the fine and performing arts, the social sciences, and the natural sciences. The college champions experiential learning through undergraduate research. You'll have many opportunities for hands-on learning through creative activity, fieldwork, internships, and study abroad. Most of our classes are small, so we're going to get to know each other. I'll see you around campus.
Tigers trailing it by 19, 5 minutes to go here in this one. Taking a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Gonzaga continues their winning ways. They knocked off St. Mary's 82-57. Santa Clara was 10 better than BYU. In the fourth quarter, it is USF over San Diego 54-45. And Pepperdine winning by 19 over LMU. That's got a minute to go in that one in the third quarter. You're up to date with all your WCC scores. Travel called on Emmy Shear. Turnover number 15 for Portland. Meek will come back in. Kaitu'u will also come in, number 23. She'll return to the lineup. Kaitu'u with 4 fouls. Schweitzer all the way. And it rolls around and in. Katie Schweitzer now in double figures. Schweitzer, 2 of her last 3 games now is in double figures. She had 18 against Santa Clara. And then Rosie's got 11 more here this afternoon. Fowler for 3 to beat the shot clock. Well, she's done it inside, she's done it outside, and you can see why she's one of the top players in this conference. Her and Burnham now with 20 apiece to lead all scorers. Rosie's double teamed inside and gets fouled. Maisie Burnham's 3rd personal. That is the 15th foul. Diamond Richardson will come back in. She'll replace Sam Ashby. Schweitzer to the line. She's 3 for 3. Front iron on the first attempt. Schweitzer originally committed to George Mason when she first came over to the States. She got hurt and never played for them. She misses them both. And then Ennis commits a loose ball foul. 4th on Ennis. Shearer leaves along with Fowler. That might be the last time we see them here this afternoon with 3:50 to play and a 20-point lead. Sewell comes back in. Bruno also returns. And a very workmanlike performance for Portland here this afternoon. They led it by 2 after the first quarter. And then it was a second quarter run that pretty much put this one to bed. MJ Bruno whistle for an offensive foul. Ennis leaves. Good offensive rebound by Sydney Ward. 15 on the shot clock. Richardson, a lot of contact. That'll be a blocking foul against Emily Sewell. So barring a miraculous comeback here by the Tigers, they're going to suffer their 4th straight loss. I mean, 9 of 11. They're going to fall to 2-7 overall in the conference. Richardson's 1 for 2 here today. Now 2 for 3 from the line. Diamond gets a pair. Lead is still 18. Meek left wide open. Pass deflected out of bounds by Sydney Ward. So Fowler and Frawley are going to come back in. I thought we'd seen the last of those two. But they'll check back in with 3:02 remaining. Pilots on their way to their 9th win in the last 10 contests, but they're going to remain a game behind Gonzaga in the conference standings. Zag's already won. Boy, that is a pretty give and go. Frawley on the recipient on the nice pass from Fowler. Frawley's now in double figures with 10. Fowler with the defensive rebound. deflected by James. That's a kickball violation. Emily Sewell will come in, and Fowler will exit. Trying to get it to a cutting Bruno. Winds up in the hands of Burnham, but she is rejected. And we've got 2 minutes to play in this one. Schweitzer inside, easy layup. Rosie Schweitzer continues to add to her season high. She now has 13. Her and Katie Deaton have played very well off the bench for head coach Bradley Davis. Minute 42, Portland's going to call a timeout, and more than likely head coach Michael Meek is going to clear his bench. They lead it by 18. Pretty much never really been in doubt here in this second half. But if you're looking for some positives to take away from this Pacific team, like I mentioned earlier, Katie Deaton with 13, Rosie Schweitzer has 13. Maddie Ennis has 11. Liz Smith also in double figures.
After the coach's timeout, Pilots have the ball.
Here's Bruno. Frawley. Bruno. Diamond Richardson with the rebound. Richardson has it poked away from behind. Emma Stralen will come in for Portland. She wears number 11. Another Australian player. Sydney Ward will go to the line to shoot 2. MJ Bruno has fouled out. She will exit. She will leave with 2 points.
Coming in is going to be number 34, Maddie Condren.
Maddie Condren, number 34, has come on. Appearing in just her 8th game. She's played just a total of 22 minutes this season for the Pilots. Sydney Ward now into the scoring column for Pacific, freshman out of Houston, Texas. Just a 58% free throw shooter. Certainly didn't look like it with that first attempt, nor that one either. 2 for 2. Pacific 16 for 19 from the foul line. .60 seconds left in this one. James pokes it away. Gets it ahead to Deaton. And she will go ahead and lay it up and in. And with 50.4 seconds left, Portland is going to call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. They lead it by 14. Portland has knocked down 14 three-pointers compared to just 3 for Pacific, and that's pretty much the ball game right there. They are a plus 33 in 3 points. Overall for the game, Portland shooting just under 54%. Meanwhile, Pacific is at 39%. Chance Bucher, number 14, will inbound for Portland. Here's Sewell. Lindsay with the shot clock at 20. Poked away by James. Richardson. I think there was a lot of contact. Schweitzer. I think they're going to get Katie Deaton for a loose ball foul. Katie Deaton points to herself and says, "Me." Portland's going to use another timeout here with 24 seconds left. All they need to do is inbound the ball, get it over half court, and they can run out the clock. The shot clock is off, but head coach Michael Meek wants to talk to his team about something. Don't forget, Tiger fans, Pacific is back home here on Thursday. That's against San Diego. And then once again, they'll conclude this 4-game homestand next Saturday by hosting BYU. That's a 2 p.m. start. The game against San Diego is a 6 p.m. start. After that, they'll have just 2 home games left. They'll come in the month of February. February the 9th against Santa Clara and February the 11th against USF. Portland can simply dribble out the clock here. Bradley Davis tells his team no fouls. Portland is going to improve to 8-1 overall, 14-6. Tigers are going to drop to 2-7 and 7-13. And that is your final score. Portland Pilots win it by a score of 81-67 over your Pacific Tigers. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be joined momentarily by head coach Bradley Davis. Break down today's performance. Portland winning this one by 14. They led it by 2 after the end of the first quarter. And they outscored Pacific by 19 in that second quarter. Teams pretty much played it even in the second half. Tigers actually outscored Portland by 7 here in the second half. Dennis Ackerman with you courtside now, joined by Tigers head coach Bradley Davis. Coach, that one seemed to pretty much get away from you in the second quarter. It was just a 2-point game at the end of one, and then they used a 28-9 blitz to kind of pull away from it.
Yeah, you know, that second quarter, I think we shot 16%, something like that, 17%. They were giving us that mid-range jumper, and we were taking it and just taking it way too early. And we were kind of shooting it with a hesitancy of, well, they're giving me this, should I take it or should I not? And it just turned into some missed shots. We had some good looks for 3 that we missed as well. It was just kind of a snowball of missed shots there in that second quarter. And to be honest, I thought the adjustments we made offensively at halftime made a difference, and we changed up the game plan a little bit. But still, you know, we were just kind of hesitant there in that second quarter.
I want to go back to that second quarter just momentarily. Their 3-point shooting in that second quarter was lights out. Was that a combination they just couldn't miss, or was it your defense? Or
yeah, we had too many people going to double on to Alex there, to Fowler, and you know, we wanted to make things hard for her, but we had too many people going, and we couldn't. You can't rotate out if you're sending 3 to it, and that's not what we were trying to do. So it was just a slippage in how we were trying to defend there, and we gave too many open looks.
Off the bench, you had a couple of, I thought, impressive performances from Katie Deaton and Rosie Schweitzer. I thought they played very well for you.
No, Katie's a very versatile guard. She's long. She can defend. She had a couple turnovers in the first half that she figured out real quick in terms of her ability to get to the basket and where that dump pass was. She did a good job for us, and I thought she set a good pace along with Anaya and Liz when they were trying to press, and we were able to get things going in transition
and she was a big part of that. And then, you know, as you said, Rosie was a presence inside. I thought she did a good job of finding the post early and posting up in transition. We were able to play off her a little bit, especially in the second half. And honestly, we missed Maddie in that first half. She got in early foul trouble, and she was just our energy. She kind of brought it there in the third and picked everything up.
In that second half, you were actually +7, outscoring them 40-33. Were you happy overall with the second half performance of your team?
Yeah, and it was probably more like +4, you know, given those last minute when they put their subs in. But, you know, I thought we did a decent job of adjusting on the offensive end, which was what made the difference. I think defensively we're still going to have some things to work on for the next time we see them. But offensively, I thought we found some answers.
Final question for you. You got a few days to think about this one, and then San Diego comes a calling on Thursday.
Yeah, no, it's it's going to be two tough ones. And by tough, I mean physical games in San Diego and BYU. So we've got to get a rest here on Sunday and come back ready to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get prepped for them.
Coach, thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it, as always.
Thanks, Dennis.
Once again, the final score here from the Alex G. Spanos Center. Portland wins it 81-67. We'll go ahead and take a look at some final numbers now for you. Macy Burnham finished with 20 points. Alex Fowler actually led the way with Portland with 22. Shearer, along with Frawley, were also in double figures. Shearer had 16. Frawley pitched in with 13. It was 5 points for Mikkel Meek, 3 points for Samia off the bench. She hit a three-pointer right at the end of that first half. 2 points for MJ Bruno. As for Pacific, they were led by Rosie Schweitzer. She had 13. It was 12 off the bench for Katie Deaton. Madeline Ennis, she finished in double figures as well with 11. Liz Smith had 10. Anaya James was scoreless in 30 minutes of play, and that certainly hurt the Tigers offensively as well. From the field, Portland shot at 53% overall. They were 14 for 31 behind the arc, and they were 9 for 14 from the line for 64%. Taking a look at Pacific numbers overall, they shot just under 39% from the game. Just 3 for 12, 25% from three-point land. They shot it very well from the foul line, 16 out of 19, 84%. Rebounding discrepancy ended up being +2 for Portland. They out-rebounding Pacific 34-32. And Portland actually turned it over 18 times and 14 for Pacific. So thanks so much for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Once again, it is the Tigers falling to Portland by a score of 81-67. I want to thank you again for watching. I'm Dennis Ackerman saying so long from Stockton, and we'll see you Thursday night.